There's been controversy over Ron Paul's ties to racism for some time now. Many people have pointed to Ron Paul's racist newsletters as proof. Paul has previously admitted to writing the newsletters and defended the statements in 1996, then blamed them on an unnamed ghostwriter in 2001, and then denied he had any knowledge of them in 2008. He has given no explanation for how the racism entered his newsletter. If we are to take Paul at his word, he is guilty of at least promoting racism on a large scale. Paul earned almost $1 million a year from the racist conspiracy theorist newsletters. Here are some of the excerpts that I found. In this story, Ron Paul writes about needling and blames young packs of black girls for spreading AIDS to white women. I could find no evidence of this so-called epidemic, and the article seems to have no point other than try to make white people scared of black people. In this piece, he criticizes Martin Luther King as a pro-communist philanderer and says that Martin Luther King holiday that promotes hatred towards white people. This is in great contrast to 2008 when he told Wolf Blitzer that Martin Luther was one of his heroes. When activists suggested naming a city after Martin Luther King, Paul suggested a bunch of racist names, but he would continue. In other pieces, he blamed black people for the riots that happened in Chicago in 1992 after the Bulls won the NBA championships. Here, Paul is using false information to attack African Americans. The Washington Post reported that 1,000 people were arrested, but did not indicate their race. The riot, like most sports events, were multiracial, including blacks, whites, Latinos. Yet Paul used the incident to demonize African Americans. The Washington Post reported that the 2 officers suffered minor gunshot wounds and that 95 were injured in total, but the way Paul phrased it, it would seem that most of the 95 injured officers were shot. In this article, Paul uses the carjacking epidemic to put fear into white people. He advises them to carry guns and shoot carjackers illegally and then dispose of their weapons. He also refers black people in several derogatory ways and directly refers to his hometown of Lake Jackson, Texas. These are some of the newsletters I could find. They also contain a good deal of homophobic and black helicopter New World Order conspiracy theories and warnings of so-called upcoming race wars.